Well, President Donald Trump has given Tehran a harsh 10-day deadline, turning the Iran crisis into a countdown watched by the whole world. In his style, it sounds less like a warning and more like a clock ticking over the Persian Gulf. But with Trump, the end of that countdown is never fixed. Just imagine if there were parallel universes. Well, in each one, the same president would be facing the same deadline, but actions won't be the same, and so as the results. In one, he goes for a big war. In another, he orders one sharp, shocking strike. And in the third, he suddenly turns to the cameras and announces a great deal with Iran, claiming only he could pull it off. Well, this is not me but Trump's own record that makes all three versions believable. He has talked openly about military options against Venezuela, ordered the drone strike that killed Iran's top general Qasem Soleimani, and also swung from threat of fire and fury to handshakes with summits with North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
Mr. Trump is quite unpredictable, as we know. It is meaning he has also been given this sobriquet. I don't think it is it's been done without any basis. Taco, Trump always chickens out. He keeps on sort of, saying something, and then he also sort of, retracts. He retreats from what he has said.
Well, in the first, Donald Trump uses the 10-day deadline as a runway to a large-scale attack on Iran. Well, this is the same Trump who once said he would not rule out a military option in Venezuela, telling reporters in the US had many options on the table, including force. For long, he dilly-dallied, and when the possibility looked absolutely bleak, the Delta Force went in. And then, we know what happened. Now I just want you to apply that same logic to Tehran. Now comes the second universe. Trump does not launch a full-scale war, but still fires a powerful shot. This is the Donald Trump of January 2020, when he approved a drone strike that killed Qasem Soleimani near Baghdad airport, the most important military figure in Iran. In fact, after that, the UN experts later called the killing unlawful and a violation of UN Charter. But the White House defended it as self-defense against alleged imminent threats. Well, in this universe, the 10-day deadline is used to prepare the grounds for another such precision attack. A hit on key Iranian leaders, facilities, or base that sends a loud signal without declaring an official open-ended war. And maybe he could directly target Khamenei, as he has said regime change is still on the table. It also fits Trump's earlier Iran playbook. He already pulled the US out of the 2015 nuclear deal in 2018 and reimposed punishing sanctions under a maximum pressure policy.
But he did say on the 12th of February that I will give this whole process 1 month. 1 month, yeah. So from 12th February, it comes to 12th March. So at least he has said that himself. But that having been said, let me give a qualifier. Last time he had said that, for 2 weeks, nothing is going to happen. And then he sort of, he bombed all these nuclear sites. So again, we have to keep that in mind. But at this moment, if it's a limited strike, I think the United States and Trump also knows that its impact is not going to be all that much. What does the United States really want in Iran? In my view, what it really wants is a regime change. It's a change of leadership. It's a change of guard in Iran. Will it be able to accomplish that with this limited strike? I don't think so.
Now in the third universe, the countdown ends not with missiles, but with microphones and flags. Trump has spent decades selling himself as a master negotiator, the man who understands the art of deal better than anyone else. And he has often bragged about loving big deals most of all. Well, his history shows how fast he can pivot. He once threatened North Korea with fire and fury and mocked Kim as Little Rocket Man. Then met him in Singapore in 2018. Also signed a joint statement and declared he was on a mission for peace. Now when it comes to Iran, even after walking out of the nuclear deals and hammering Tehran with sanctions and the 12-day war, Trump and his team kept hinting they were open to a better deal, while European states and regional actors quietly tried to broker talks. In this universe, Day 11 might bring a surprise. A framework announced in some neutral capital where Iran accepts some sort of a deal, get phased sanction relief in return, and most interestingly, Trump stands on a podium to declare he fixed the worst ever deal by replacing it with the greatest deal ever.
I think what is Mr. Trump trying to do in this case is basically apply as much pressure as possible and to give an indication to Iran that we mean business. That if you do not relent, if you do not sort of, come down on your knees, then we are going to bomb you very heavily. Meaning, just imagine, as we're talking Gerald R. Ford or, Abraham Lincoln, 90 F-16s that are there. There are so many destroyers, 3 destroyers, yeah, all of them, 10,000 personnel, military personnel on each of the
bases.
2, yeah. So these are formidable forces. And, this must have sent a message to Iran also that, they're not coming here into this region for a picnic or something. They mean business.
Well, out of all the 3 could be a possibility in this universe we live in. That is why a simple 10-day deadline from him never feels like simple. It feels like 3 different futures all at once.